Today's stories include an official trailer has dropped for Silent Hill F. Ubisoft is trying to figure out what to do with its biggest franchises, and Warhammer 40k Space Marine 3 has been announced. We'll have all this and more because this is Kind of Funny Games Daily. What is up, everybody, and welcome to Kind of Funny Games Daily for March 14th, 2025, a day that will live in history forever because Playboi Carti has dropped his newest album after 5 years of waiting. I'm Roger Percorni, and I'm joined by the master of hype, Snowbike Mike.
New Playboy out, watch out.
Aw, shit, man.
Playboi Carti.
Tell me your favorite Playboi Carti albums.
All of them.
All of them, man, all of them. He did Fiend, he did that song Fiend.
I can confidently say I've never heard a Playboi Carti song or album.
Yes, you have.
I mean, I've probably heard it, but I don't actively know who Playboi Carti is, what he sings, and what kind of vibe he brings.
He brings a great vibe.
Mike, how do you think you would spell his name?
Yeah, that's a great call.
Playboy.
Spell it for me?
Yeah.
Play and then boy and then into Carti.
I'm sorry, you think it's 2 words. Is that correct?
No, that's one word. That's one word.
Okay, and then can you just give me the letters?
Carti. That I'm going to go with like Cardi B, so I'm going to say Carti.
Wrong.
No, that's right.
It's Cardi. Oh, shit. Fuck.
Yeah, he nailed it.
You thought it
He
was
nailed
Cardi.
I thought it was Cardi.
It's
He nailed
Cardi.
it.
Well, because someone in the chat put it as Cardi, and I was like,
I've
I thought
never
it was
seen
wrong.
Cardi. Okay,
With an I. Playboy with an I.
All right, well, new album dropping today.
It's already dropped. Bro, 3 Kendrick Lamar features on that bitch.
Bless you. That's great.
Someone
Thank you.
Yeah, I heard it.
I muted it. I muted it. I tried my best.
Okay.
How you doing, Mikey? How you feeling?
Good, Roger. Happy Friday to you and everyone listening out there around the globe. Thank you so much for tuning in to Kind of Funny Games Daily. Roger, I've been great. I got a haircut ahead of GDC. Of course, as you know, the Mix is coming up. We're very excited to team up with the Mix for next week. All the fun stuff. Of course, tell me.
We also have, we're going to the Day of the Devs on Sunday.
You know, I tell you this every single year.
Ah, shit.
My favorite thing to go to each and every year is Day of the Devs.
Yes.
I love what Tim Schafer and the team over there put on. I love the vibe. I love the family-friendly, everyone gathering in San Francisco to go and celebrate games, celebrate the community. It is awesome. And so I always encourage all of you, it's free to go. All you have to do is RSVP on the Eventbrite. Go have a great time.
And we'll be there, so it's not a meet and greet, but if you see us around, say hi. Hang out with us a little bit while we're playing some amazing video games. So yeah, I'm excited for that. It's a big week next week. We're looking forward to that. But I've been playing a lot of games. Whoa, a little music.
Turn on some Playboi Carti.
Oh shit! We're getting hyped today. Playing a lot of games. Mike, I know you're playing a lot of stuff. I know you're playing Half-Life 2. I know you're in the air. You're getting your PPL. But I'm also been playing this game called Spilled. Which is a little indie game that I got a code for a few days ago. It's one of those emails, like those cold emails, like, hey, look at this game. Would you be interested in it? And I was like, yeah, let me get a code for it. And it has taken over my life. I'm in love with this game. And it's a very, very simple game where you are a little boat and you're walking around, you're swimming around, or I guess what does a boat do?
Tugging along.
Tugging along? Is
Yeah,
that really what it is?
tugging
It's a
along.
tugging?
No, a
Motoring
tugboat.
around?
Well, that does look like a tugboat.
Boating around.
Yeah, I would
don't
go
think
with
that's-
motoring.
You're a
Yachting?
boat and you're boating around these little areas, and you're cleaning up a bunch of oil spills.
I like this.
And it is so relaxing, and it's super simple. The idea of it is that you're picking up all the oil spills, then you're bringing it to the recycling plants, and then you get some coins, and then you can upgrade your boat. So your little tugboat over here can expand, and you have more oil. You can get a bigger area, so you can pick up more of the oil. Either way, this game is just really fun. It's gorgeous. If you're looking at the video version, I implore you guys, if you're listening right now, to watch it later or look it up, because Spilled, this game is gorgeous.
What are you playing it on?
Sorry, say again?
What are you playing it on?
I'm playing it on Steam Deck. The game comes out, I believe, next week, but right now you can wishlist it on Steam.
Ooh,
and
I'm on
also
that.
you can play a demo right now.
I see the demo.
It is very, very good, and it's one of those just polished video. It reminds me of Unpacking in the sense that
Don't you do that to me.
It reminds me of Unpacking in the sense that it has a concept and it just pushes that concept, right? And it is just so gorgeous at what it does. It keeps on adding little things to it. It's just a good, relaxing vibe, right? Apparently, this game is only an hour and 40 minutes. So that's a perfect length for it. The game is also, I believe, under $20 as well. So it's a nice little time right there. So that's my indie game recommendation out there. It comes out in a week. So look out for that.
Thanks for putting that on my radar, Roger.
Yeah.
I'm going to play that. Can I give you something that's not relaxing?
Okay.
The opposite of relaxing.
Yeah, let me know.
Half-Life 2, the opening to Half-Life 2.
I know all about it.
Stressful, high octane, high intensity moment I've ever had.
Yeah.
there I was. I finished Half-Life 1. Me and Gordon Freeman, we signed a deal. Okay, we gotta continue the story. Came to Half-Life 2. Never played it. Didn't know what I was getting into. And the moment you get off the train to City 13, all hell breaks loose. I didn't know it was going to be like that. I thought it'd be a little calm. You know, maybe we take a walk. We see a
like
scientist
at the beginning of
Half-Life
1 is pretty calm, right? You're walking around for a little bit. You're talking to people.
Calmer than Half-Life 2 for sure.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, I'm on an airboat with the machine gun strapped to the front of it. I'm fighting for my life as I run. Alex is yelling at me through the intercom. You got to find my dad. He's been taken.
It's like, shit.
Roger, Half-Life 2, Half-Life in general is that game.
Yeah.
It's that franchise.
Man, Half-Life is one of those franchises where, one, I played a lot of Half-Life throughout my years just because my brother is so obsessed with Half-Life. As a child, like I'm talking like a 7-year-old kid would walk around with like a plush. He would walk around with a plush head crab all the time.
That's wild.
He would go to school. He'd be like, I have this plush head crab. It's my favorite toy in the world. He loved Half-Life so much, this kid. And every time I would try to play Half-Life, I would get motion sick for some reason. One or two. I have no idea why. And then for recently, I booted up Black Mesa. I almost threw up. I just couldn't do it. I have no idea what's happening. It's only this game. So yeah, I'm very jealous because I know a lot about Half-Life.
Yeah.
And I've played a lot of Half-Life throughout the years in hour bursts, but I just have never been able to finish one or two. Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Okay.
Weird.
Are you playing with the RTX?
Yo, so I've been waiting for this to happen. I got too anxious and, of course, started up my Half-Life playthrough before this was officially announced yesterday. But we do now know at least a date for the demo of the Half-Life 2 RTX remix here, where NVIDIA is going to bring you the very best. I'm really excited about this. Up in the frames, up in the visual quality, taking an old game and making it feel and look brand new again. I'm really, really pumped for this.
Yeah.
And so I'm a little ahead of the curve on that, so I'll kind of jump back and play it a little bit.
Okay, I like that. I've also been talking about games that we're revisiting. You know, I think you and I are both doing the same thing, right? Top 100 games coming up soon. We have to kind of figure out what our list is. So I think everyone at the office
Warcraft
is kind of
3, The Sims.
Oh, okay. You're just gonna tell me your list now.
Madden.
And Madden 03, Madden 04, Madden 05.
You don't know about FIFA? Let me put you out of the game, FIFA.
I love that energy. But no, I know that Barrett's been playing Dark Souls. Blessings out here playing Outer Wilds. You're playing Half-Life. I booted up a little game called Ghost of Tsushima for the first time. And holy fuck, what a game. What an absolute video game. Like, I've just been itching for like that open world, you know, exploring, finding everything in the world and just getting lost in it type vibe. And I've kind of dropped off of the Far Cries of the world, the Assassin's Creeds of the world. I know we have Shadows coming up, but I didn't want to wait. So I was like, let me just boot up Ghost of Tsushima. It's been on the list for so long. Holy shit. I just am so immersed in this world. I'm so immersed in finding everything. And I love the way that they have built this open world where you're walking around and your trail of like, oh, if I explore something, it is not like, oh, I explore a town and it opens up the entire town. No, you just kind of have like one single like trail of like the exact like place that you've been walking.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's like you're painting in this map slowly but surely. And yeah, I'm having a great time with it. It's such a beautiful video game. I know that Kevin was obsessed with it and like did the insane thing of going around and I think what'd you do? You beat all the leaders without even getting the assassination button, which is insane.
It was the like first area that is open to you.
Yeah.
I cleared it completely without doing the second mission, so I didn't have
insane
assassination. I had to just brute force it.
I love when games hit you like that, Kevin. I'm very similar to that, Kevin, where the moment it feels right and you just want to do everything before even progressing, it's wild that you have a situation like that where it's like, oh, I did all that before the second mission. It's like, good for you.
And what a stunning game. What a stunning game. This is like the most stunning video game I've ever played, and I'm used the word stunning specifically because I am playing the game and I'm walking around and I just stop. And I just look around, I'm like, oh, like, can you believe that they did this? Like, so many colors. The use of colors is incredible. When they boost it up during a sunrise, or when it becomes nighttime, and it's just almost monotone. It is incredible stuff.
It's unfortunate. Yeah, I've never really completed this and pushed through. I have fallen off on the love for open world games. I'm very hot and cold on some of them, and so sometimes I'm all about the open world. When it came to Ghosts, I just was not in the mood for that. I did play the multiplayer in that.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So you played the multiplayer, you didn't play the main game.
Yeah. Well, I played like a little bit of the main game, but I found myself going to the multiplayer with my buddies and playing that a little bit more than I played the main game. But I didn't give this game enough love, so maybe one day I'll go back. But yeah, this unfortunately fell in the timing of I'm not in the mood.
Well, One day we'll continue to update you with our backlog experiences. Maybe we'll do a review of Half-Life and or Ghost of Tsushima one day on the Gamescast. But remember, this is Kind of Funny Games Daily, where each and every weekday we run you through the nerdy news you need to know about live on YouTube, Twitch, and podcast services around the globe. If you love what we do, support us with the Kind of Funny membership on Patreon, YouTube, and now Spotify and Apple Podcasts to get all of our shows ad-free. Watch us record them live and get a daily exclusive show. For a chance to be a part of the show, submit your thoughts and opinions as YouTube SuperChats as we go. Mike, you're on SuperChats duty today.
Okay.
Housekeeping. We're an 11-person business all about live talk shows. Today after KFGD, you'll get, I'm very excited for this one, a Gamescast where Greg and Bless get to hang out with Adam Boys. Yes, Adam Boys is going to be in the studio hanging out with Greg and Bless, doing a little interview about the state of the industry, which I'm very excited about.
I'm pretty jealous.
I am jealous too.
I made a great connection with Adam, and I love sharing stories and just hearing all of his incredible stories. So I'm excited to have him in the building. I can't wait for the conversation on the podcast, and maybe I'll get a little time to hang out with
maybe you'll put him on the buzz, whatever the buzz is.
Get ready.
The buzz is in the ether. Just you hear that? You hear that? Zzz, that's the buzz, everybody. You'll learn more about the buzz one day, or you won't, because it just won't happen. After Gamescast today is a game showdown, and I'm very excited about this one because it is featuring Nick, Joey, and myself. It's going to be an interesting one, a very different episode of Game Showdown. I have never competed in Game Showdown before, officially. I've competed in Kind of Foodies back in the day. I've never officially competed in a Game Showdown, so I'm excited. Then the stream, of course, after that is the Pokemon Nuzlocke, so that journey is going to continue. If you're a member, if you're Kind of Funny member, today's Gregway's 15 minutes about what video games mean to Greg. That's very nice. I like that.
Oh, that's nice.
Thank you to our Patreon producers, Delaney Twining, Carl Jacobs, and Omega Buster. Today, we're brought to you by Built Rewards and Stash, but we'll tell you about that later. For now, let's begin with what is and forever will be the Roper Report. It's time for some news. We have 6 stories today. Story number 1. I'm excited about this one because I've been waiting for this one. I haven't watched the trailer. Silent Hill F trailer has a new trailer. Let's live react. We'll live react and then I'll give you a write-up afterwards.
I love this because they call it a teaser trailer, but it's 3.5 minutes
That's
long.
incredible stuff. And you, Mike, you've watched this, right?
I've seen this.
Okay,
yeah,
I haven't seen this. I'm excited.
Shu君、嘘ついてるよね。騙せてると思う？ひなこを。ひなこはね、死んだんだよ。ひなこはお友達といつまでも一緒にいたい。お友達は永遠じゃないのよ。彼らだっていつか必ずあなたを裏切る。あなたが裏切り者と呼ばれたように。ひなこ？あ、ごめん。何？天秤にかける価値があるかどうか、しっかりと判断しなさい。
自分がわからない感じ。自分の気持ちが自分で理解できない。
Your sleeve is ripped off.
私かお前の夢の中ってことはないよな。
ひなこ、もう時間がないのよ。あなたが生かされたということは、ここに至ってもまだ 迷いがあるということなのね。あなたがそれに悩める時間はもう尽きかけている。
あなたは誰なの？
Resident Evil 7.
さっきからなんで何もわからないふりをしているの？私はね、あんたをすぐに殺すこともできたんだよ。全部奪ったな。全部私から奪ったな。
Oh shit. Come on, give me a little bit more. I want to see that gameplay. Give me that gameplay. Ah, shit.
They're not done.
Oh, fuck.
The 3.5 minute long
Oh, we're still
teaser
going.
trailer.
Like 5 fake outs like the Death Stranding 2 trailer. Oh no, don't do the eye thing. Okay. Oh!
Her face peeled off.
Oh, I am so fucking in. Holy shit. Holy shit, everybody.
Let them know, Roger.
Oh my god.
So what'd you think? Let's talk about it.
Yeah, let's talk about it. Really. Well, yeah, let me give the
Let me get a
background.
super chat in really quick because Barista Brand writes in and says, let's get some Fs in the chat for Silent Hill F. So let's get the live audience activated right now.
What do you think the F
Let's
stand
get some
for?
Fs in
I
the
was
chat.
jokingly going to be like, F stands for friends. But
It's
actually,
friendship.
It's
Yeah.
friendship? That's
I
beautiful.
like that.
F is for friends.
This game's going to speak to me about friendship.
And the betrayals that some people in this
Did
office...
Roger betray me? Did he get a Toyota Yaris? Maybe he wants to run me over in the streets.
I have thought about that many times. This is a little write-up from Adam Bankhurst over at IGN. Konami's latest Silent Hill transmission has arrived and was focused completely on Silent Hill F, the upcoming entry in the beloved horror franchise that will take players to 1960s Japan. Silent Hill F was first announced in 2022 and was described as a game that looks to take place in a beautiful, therefore terrifying world. It was also confirmed Silent Hill F was being written by Ryukishi 07, the acclaimed Japanese visual novel writer behind the Higurashi and Yumi Neko series. Konami shared a brand new trailer for Silent Hill F and a ton of new details, including that it will aim to, quote, find the beauty in terror and present players with a beautiful yet terrifying choice in 1960s Japan. Shimizu Hinaku was living her life as an ordinary teenager. The official description reads, that is until her town is suddenly shrouded in fog, it's familiar, and begins to change in a horrific way. Now she must explore a town she no longer recognizes while solving puzzles, fighting strange enemies, and doing everything she can to survive in order to face the ultimate decision that she must make. This is a tale about a beautiful yet terrifying choice. This new game will be an original story that will be a great place for new players to jump in, but there will be certain Easter eggs waiting for series veterans. While we didn't get a release date, it was confirmed that Silent Hill F will be released on PS5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC. Mike, I am floored by this one. I'm very excited, and I think that this is a rare opportunity for a publisher like Konami to go out there and revitalize the Silent Hill franchise. They hit a home run with Silent Hill 2. You and I, biggest Silent Hill 2 fans in the office. We could have done some type of spoiler cast, but it just didn't work out.
We didn't get to talk about the themes.
We didn't get to talk
Roger.
about the themes.
It's really messed up.
Maybe you and I didn't understand the themes, or we just couldn't really talk about it fully. But either way, I think that this is a massive, massive moment for Konami. They can turn the ship of Silent Hill. We all forgot about Ascension. Everyone forgot about Silent Hill Ascension.
I blacked that out.
That was the first one that came out, and they're like, shit, maybe we might fuck this one up. But Silent Hill 2 was so good. I know it was a lot of people's game of the year. Silent Hill F looks to be that new, hey, we're taking this in a different direction. We're putting it in Japan, a completely different locale that the franchise has never been in, and we're going to continue the themes and the visuals of Silent Hill, but bringing something new and adding on a visual, an artist right here who is acclaimed, that has his own vision for horror, right? And we're going to be able to create the new generation for Silent Hill. This is, in my opinion, if this hits, this is the best way to revitalize a franchise. And not to get ahead of myself, but like I could see this being the blueprint for other Konami franchises in the future. Maybe one that they don't want to touch, but maybe they want to touch.
Okay, I like that,
Mike,
Roger.
what do you think about that?
Do we know who the development team is? Of course,
That's a
like
good
for
question.
me, right, I think this is a great tone setter. Watching this trailer, I think really gives you the tone, the setting, what you're going to see, right, the beauty that you can kind of expect. I know a lot of people in the live audience is like, hey, show us gameplay. That's what we really want to see. And of course, we're not there yet. But I think what I have experienced through Silent Hill 2 Remake with Bloober Team, right, that's a team that made the medium, and I wasn't really fully onto that one, right? But what they showed with the tech side of things for Silent Hill, using that IP and that kind of story to go forward, I'm all in right now on this franchise. So I'm willing to give this a try. I'm hoping that it hits. By watching that, it seems like it will, but of course, gameplay will finally be the final key.
Yeah,
here.
so I'm looking over here. The developer is listed as Neobards Entertainment. I looked at their website.
Okay.
It's one of those weird websites where it's like they list that they worked on Final Fantasy VII Rebirth.
Yeah.
What does that look like? Like I don't know. Like what was that the port? What's that? Like I don't know what that looks like. They said that they did work on our favorite Dead Rising Deluxe Edition.
Oh,
So that's a huge one.
Okay,
But
that's
then
a win.
they also have ties to the Resident Evil franchise. They worked in Resident Evil Resistance, which is that multiplayer game. They worked on the Origins collection. They touched the Onimusha re-release and the Devil May Cry stuff. So they worked with a bunch of Capcom stuff and like re-releases. I think this might be their first original game, but correct me if I'm wrong, chat.
I'm really excited as well, Roger, to go over to Japan and get to see that and the culture there, right? As someone who's not a big horror guy, right? I got nice little teases of that playing Ghostwire Tokyo. I really liked the side missions where they spoke about the urban legends of Japan. So I'm excited to see, hey, how do they adapt this? What kind of cool monsters will we see? What's the lore implications? Like, I want to learn about the culture. I want to see the scary stuff over there because I'm not really one that looks at horror games in general or horror movies and wants to see anything, but once I dip my toe in, I'm ready to see some more.
Yeah, I'm also interested in the themes of it all, right? Like the French, we love themes here. We're big theme guys, but the friendship, that immediately was compelling to me, right? Like I am gravitated towards like a horror game that is about friendships and losing friendships and what that all means.
Or
like,
the mind games.
Yeah.
Of you thinking your friends are betraying you, but they really love you and they don't see your side, you don't see their
There's
side.
something there.
There's going to be something there.
There's something
I like
there.
that.
Yeah,
I like that.
Mike knows all about it. Mike knows all about betrayal.
I'm
friendship,
excited about the friendship stuff.
But yeah, I want to transition the conversation just a little bit where it's like going back to what I was saying earlier. Right? Like I love what Konami's doing here. If this game hits, I think this is the way to do it, right?
Okay.
And then I look to Castlevania, right?
Oh.
I look to Metal Gear, right? And like I know that is the unspeakable, that's the untalkable. We can't say you can't make a Metal Gear game without Kojima, but potentially that is what they're already setting themselves up for, right? So, like they have Metal Gear Solid 3 Delta. They're going to remake that one. If that game hits, they're going to remake a few more of those. And then maybe they feel comfortable enough to look around and be like, we could do this shit without Kojima. I know that is sacrilege, but I don't think that is an insane thought process because I know that's what Konami is hoping for. Yeah. Right? They immediately assume the body was still warm and they made fucking survive, right? Like they are willing to do this and they will do this in the future. I just hope that this sets them up for a series of games and franchises where they can have this second resurgence in the industry. What do you think?
I like everything that you're putting down. I appreciate JG in the YouTube live chat who says it's a matter of when, not if, Roger. Yeah. And I totally agree with that statement there. I think you ride the back of the successes, you start to game plan and look at the future, and you have these classic IPs that are so beloved. And maybe, you're a little afraid to touch one of them, but maybe it is time to turn on that one and say, hey, let's get some talented people in there. Let's see if we can bring this back to life. Because there's an audience that wants that title, that name back, right?
Yeah.
Sure, the guy might not be there anymore, but that game, that franchise, that world still is beloved, and people want to be back in there. And we love money, Roger.
We
and
love
nothing's
money.
easy than just cashing in
I love money.
People's nostalgia and the same old IP. So I think that's the right way to do that.
But I also think that there is room. I'm not going to speak on Metal Gear because I haven't played a Metal Gear game, at least fully, right? But there's always room in these franchises to get new blood, new creatives in there and reimagining it or adding on to the lore and creating it. I mean, it's like, I don't want to compare Metal Gear or Silent Hill to Star Wars, but I mean, that's what it is, right? You create a universe and then you're able to take creatives and be like, hey, I'm going to take this pocket of the universe and focus in on that. Like, you can always do spin-offs. You can always find areas that aren't necessarily touching on the main game, but are touching on the main game. And I think Silent Hill F is the perfect example of this. And I hope it hits.
Let's talk about some YouTube Super Chats, because there's some people excited for Silent Hill F. George writes in and says, with Bloober Team involved for likely another Silent Hill entry, where should it go after Silent Hill F? Should they remake 1 or 3 or another new entry? What would be the best for Silent Hill, Roger?
See, I haven't played 1 or 3, right? Neither have you, right? Like,
No.
I don't know. I mean, of course, I think it's a little weird to do the 2 and then go back to 1, right? Just a little bit. Like, I don't think it's the end of the world, but you could do that. I don't think that's necessarily where maybe Bloober wants to go, because Bloober they had that amazing, what was it, the developer interview where he's like, we're done making shitty games. we're up now. We're up. Bloober is up now. I want them to go out there and make their own original thing.
Wow. Okay.
And potentially have this not cinematic, the Silent Hill universe expanded, that we're moving forward. I'm not against them going to 3 and trying to do that, but I want Bloober specifically to kind of stretch their wings a little bit, because they showed that they got the stuff, right? And of course, Silent Hill 2, it's a remake, right? A lot of the stuff was already there, but they added enough on top of it that I'm confident in your abilities as creatives to build something in this universe again.
Yeah, as someone who didn't love the medium, I really loved what they did using the Silent Hill franchise and just jumping into that and really elevating that remake. So I'm in on Bloober Team doing something. If it's their own thing, I'll give them another chance. But after the medium, I wasn't on board anymore. So they've earned it back for me. And I'm like, hey, that's a talented team. Yeah. Let's see what they do.
Yeah, but I also am not convinced that Bloober's working on another Silent Hill game.
Really?
I kind of weirdly, because I mean, that interview, if I'm remembering correctly, was them being like, hey, we're working on like another Konami thing. Like, they didn't say it was Silent Hill.
Okay.
I could see them working on, I don't know what Konami thing, but maybe a Castlevania. Maybe they are working on something a little bit outside of the horror thing. I mean, but Castlevania is horror adjacent to a certain degree. So, I mean, that would be interesting. A more horror-themed Castlevania game. That'd be sick.
Well, people want to talk about Konami and more, so let's keep it going really quick. Kuma writes in and says, story-wise, Silent Hill 1 and 3 are connected. 2 and 4 are standalone. So, if you got Bloober Team back to maybe continue the remake stuff, you could bring back 1 and get the fans back on board for that. Roll into 3 if that's a connected universe there on that. So that's pretty cool. Let's keep it going. Average John says, we must spread the Silent Hill fandom at Kind of Funny. Blessing Andy, Nick, everyone, all prime subjects. Let's get them on to remake right now.
Subjects for this.
They need to watch this. They need to play the game. Another one right here coming in from Brian here says, do you think Konami has enough goodwill in the gaming community for a comeback after they've spent so long chasing blockchain and pachinko machines?
You know,
that's a great question.
You know, they were lost. You know what I mean? Like, everybody turns heel once or twice.
Okay.
I was. You've seen this before, right? The Silent Hill 2 pachinko machine. Have you seen this?
No, I don't know if I have, but
Kevin, if
I
you
can
look,
imagine it, I'm
if you
sure.
look it on YouTube, it is the funniest thing in the universe, because it is James walking around and fucking so sad, and it's just bing, bing, bing. You're just smashing that machine. It's incredible stuff.
As someone who has grew up around the casino environment world, I've seen a lot of bad slot machines tied to your favorite franchises, so I can imagine it, Roger. I probably know what it looks like, I'm sure, in my mind.
Yeah, no, I think that everyone loves these franchises. But they don't necessarily give a shit about the company behind it. They just care about the franchises, right? So like, people care about Castlevania, people care about Silent Hill. So yeah, are the super video game people that are in on the news that know everything going to fully forgive Konami? Eventually. I mean, that's just how this goes, right? Like, if you have enough hits over and over and over, and you make a bunch of games that people fucking love, people are gonna forget about the time that you did a blockchain game, forget about all the bad soccer games that you shot out there, right?
I think the big thing, if we always talk about, right, like,
it's insane.
The average gamer just wants good and great games, right?
Yeah.
I don't think a lot of them will recognize some of the names, some of their favorite developers, but a lot of them just want great games. They don't care who's making it.
They just say, oh my God, Castlevania's back.
Exactly.
I like that game.
This is a title that my friends talked about. Oh, this is a game I'm willing to try because I saw a dope trailer. Like, people just want great games. So if you can make great games, they're going to come to it no matter what the team is. Of course, YouTube Super Chats have blown up my computer. One second. Let me get another one. We have one more. Someone that wants to point us towards the special anime to watch because there's a couple seasons of anime if you want a good vibe check with the what's coming at you.
What?
Clawmaster comes in
Oh.
and says, I have to implore everyone who wants to play Silent Hill F to watch the anime Higurashi.
Higurashi.
Season 1, 2, and the newest one. If you want a taste of what's to come for Silent Hill F, it's a must watch.
Oh, okay.
So
So
there's
I'm
some
assuming
vibes
that that is written maybe by the same person, or maybe
Yeah,
it's
I
just
believe
the
it's
same
from
vibe.
the creator right there that they saw.
Okay, well that's good to know. That's good to know. But talking about other good stuff,
Yeah.
really quick, Mike, you and I, we do a lot of good stuff, but
I try my best.
But before we get to the second story and we continue our good stuff, let me tell you about the Kind of Funny membership. If you have the Kind of Funny membership, you can get all of our shows ad-free, but you're not doing that right now. So here is a word from our sponsors.
This episode's brought to you by Built. Y'all already know I'm a big points and rewards guy, but here's a PSA for anyone who rents. If you haven't heard of Built, you're about to thank me. Earning points on rent is now a reality where you pay your rent through Built. You don't even have to check with your landlord to start earning points that you can use towards flights, hotel stays, fitness classes, and even your next rent payment. Let me break it down for you. There's no cost to join Built, and as a member, you'll earn valuable points on rent and on your everyday spending. Built points can be transferred to your favorite hotels and airlines, and even the ones you haven't heard of. There are over 500 airlines and 700,000 hotels and properties around the world you can redeem your Built points toward. Points can also be redeemed towards a future rent payment and unique experiences that only Built members can access. So, if you're not earning points on rent, my question is, why not? Start earning points on rent you're already paying by going to joinbuilt.com/kindafunny. That's JOINBILT.com/kindafunny. Make sure to use our URL so they know we sent you. Joinbuilt.com/kindafunny to start earning points on your rent payments today. This podcast is brought to you in part by Stash. Saving and investing can feel impossible, but with Stash, it's not just a reality, it's easy. Stash isn't just an investing app. It's a registered investment advisor that combines automated investing with dependable financial strategies to help you reach your goals faster. They'll provide you with personalized advice on what to invest in based on your goals, or if you just want to sit back and watch your money go to work, you can opt into their award-winning expert-managed portfolio that picks stocks for you. Stash has helped millions of Americans reach their financial goals and starts at just $3 per month. Don't let your savings sit around. Make it work harder for you. Go to get.stash.com/kindafunny to see how you can receive $25 towards your first stock purchase and to view important disclosures. That's get.stash.com/kindafunny. Paid non-client endorsement, not representative of all clients and not a guarantee. Investment advisory services offered by Stash Investments LLC, an SEC registered investment advisor. Investing involves risk. Offer is subject to T&Cs.
And we are back, everybody, with story number 2. Ubisoft is reportedly considering a Tencent-backed future for Assassin's Creed and more. This is from Jordan Middler at VGC. Hopefully that more just means Splinter Cell. hopefully and more equals just Splinter Cell.
You keep hoping for that.
It's been, what was it, 2013 since Blacklist came out? I think about it every day. Every single year since that game came out, I've just been waiting. I would watch every single Ubisoft Forward and fucking E3 press conference. I'll be like, man, this is the year, we get it.
Yeah.
It's apparently being remade. Where's that game?
Let me show you what the reality looks like, Roger. Here's the van you can jump in. It's Rainbow Six Siege. It's Assassin's Creed. It's Far Cry. Everything else, cut. Focus on the now.
There's literally no other games like Splinter Cell. Like, Splinter Cell is like a one-of-one video game, and like millions of people played it, but then they're like, no, actually, we're not going to make another game. We're not going to make... You can also do fucking Spies versus Mercs. Make that a free-to-play game. What the fuck are they doing?
Roger.
What
it's
are
crazy.
they doing?
Don't
they
get them
had
started.
It. They literally had it. They have the formula.
Don't get them started.
Ubisoft is said to be looking for investors in a new gaming group that would house some of its biggest IPs. According to a new report, Chinese giant Tencent is said to be one of the potential backers for the new venture, which would control franchises like Ubisoft staple Assassin's Creed. Interesting. That's me saying interesting. Bloomberg has claimed that the company has asked for bids to be made as soon as by the end of the month, citing sources familiar with the deal. Ubisoft didn't comment when approached, but referred Bloomberg to its latest earnings. Last month, Bloomberg first reported on the potential new entity, which would see the French giant focus more on core IP like Assassin's Creed. The Guillemot family currently owns 14% of Ubisoft shares, while Tencent owns 9.99%. Last October, Bloomberg reported that Tencent and the Guillemots had been speaking with advisors to explore ways to stabilize Ubisoft following a year in which its market values have more than halved. Those discussions have said to have included the possibility of the pair teaming up to take Ubisoft private, although talks were said to be at an early stage at that time. A Rutgers report published in December claimed that Ubisoft shareholders were considering how to structure a possible buyout of the company without reducing the Guillemot's family control. Tencent was claimed to be undecided over whether to participate in that buyout and increase its stake in the company, reportedly because it has asked for a greater say on future board decisions. According to Reuters, the discussions between the two are ongoing, as Tencent also wants to prevent any potential hostile takeover of Ubisoft by other investors. This is interesting. I mean, this is another wrinkle of something we already have heard about many a time, right?
Many times.
I think this is the coloring in of this might be a separate thing that isn't buying out Ubisoft fully, but also buying out their core franchises as its own gaming group. How does this take you? Does any of it surprise you? What are you feeling?
Surprising, no. A little one of those of like let down, like, oh man, that's too bad kind of feelings. It's interesting. We've always had this topic of, hey, when are we going to talk about when Ubisoft went wrong? Where did it go wrong, right? And we keep pushing this podcast back, and we continue to roll down the circle of like, I will never talk about that. And then something like this happens, like,
maybe we should talk about
that,
it.
Right? We should probably talk about that. And it's so interesting of like this beloved team from back in the day, in the early days of my gaming, right, that was built off of Assassin's Creed and more, where it's like, I loved all of those titles. I love the Far Cry franchise. I love what they did with Tom Clancy and all of those games, right? Talk about Rainbow Six Vegas back in the day. I loved that. Dude. Advanced Warfighter, Graw. I loved all of that stuff, right? And to kind of see what has happened with this, I think this will make for one of the best video game docs of all time. If we can pull back the curtain and just see the years and the decades of this family trying to hold on to what they got, then letting some of it go, then trying to hold off a hostile takeover, but maybe they're making all the wrong decisions.
Jason Schreier needs to write this book.
And like,
it is so perfect.
The part that I get stuck at is like, there are so many people that work on the games that I love in this company that I feel let down for, of like, this sucks that the people up at top have no idea what to do. They're lost. They have no control. They're not making the right decisions. And it's all going to just blow up one day. Like, this is not going to happen and go well no matter what goes on. And it's unfortunate. I don't know, Roger. I'm a mixed bag when I read all of this and go, well, it's just not going the right way here.
Yeah, dude, it is so funny, right? Because this has been going on for so long, right? If we were to do the podcast of where did this go wrong, it would go back a long time, right? I remember when they were having the Vivendi hostile takeover conversations, right? And Yves was out there being like, "Ah, man, we stopped them. We didn't do it. Like, hell yeah, good for us." And I remember being the only guy, and I felt like an asshole, but looking back, I was probably right, where it was like, this isn't a good thing, right? Like, this guy is like not doing a good job at running this company. Maybe the hostile takeover would have tanked it even further, but also maybe it wouldn't have, right? I mean, like, that in and of itself is like how far back this goes. I remember talking about that back then and being like, this is not we're not going in a good direction. It just continuously got worse, right? And they had such a good 360 PS3 era, right? Like, they were cooking. Yeah. They were putting out so many games, so many different types of games. They were feeding all of their fan bases. They were creating new franchises. And then they just got really, really focused on making sequels and not expanding their portfolio. And then when they expanded their portfolio, they would put too much money into everything. And now we're at the point now where I'm like, I don't know there's no way to save this. There's no way to save this. There's no good way to save Ubisoft in my mind, other than us fantasy booking and No, in the actual building of this, they have too many studios. They have too many franchises they're not doing anything with, and too many franchises that they are doing things with that aren't in the right direction. So now we're like, we need a hard reboot here. We need somebody else to come in here. And God, If it's fucking Tencent, that sucks because Tencent's not a great
You know their track record.
They are going to close down studios. People are going to lose their jobs. And then I also think of like where are they going to take these franchises, right? If they go over here and they have if they take over Assassin's Creed, are we actually going to have Assassin's Creed every single multiple times a year?
The live service, the true live service
Assassin's Creed, stuff, right? Like we're in this weird in between, but like are we actually going to jump down that rabbit hole? Like are things actually going to get worse? This does not seem like a winning battle. There's no way we end up here unless, in my mind, if this gaming group is like, hey, listen, guys, we have all these franchises. We're going to make Assassin's Creed. Tencent's going to make Assassin's Creed. Ubisoft's going to make Assassin's Creed. Here's all of these other IPs that we're going to put on a bidding war. Yeah. And we're going to give it up to everybody. And hey, fucking Nintendo, you want Rayman? Here you go. Like, you know what I mean? Like we just start handing these things off, right? I don't, of course, by the way, I don't think Nintendo wants Rayman, but you know, just offer it up. Just offer it up to everybody. I think that's the only way. But yeah, man, this sucks.
We continue to go to forks in the road, and we've seen the decisions in the past of the fork and which way they've gone. We had another one here where you kind of just go, man, I'd like to just let go of the wheel and just say, just take it over. We're done now. But let's see what happens here, Roger. It'll be interesting. By the end of the month, you'll find out.
I'll know by the end of the month. Rayman 1090 says in the chat, they do trust me in regards to how Nintendo would want Rayman. So thank you, Rayman 1090, for letting us know.
Let's talk about a beloved Ubisoft franchise really quick, because Dan Brand TV writes in and says, with Far Cry being Ubisoft's the Ubisoft game everyone mentions, 3, 4, and 5, but Far Cry Primal needed more love. It's the best in the series, in my opinion. Need more games like Primal for sure.
Yeah, I mean that was just the wrong time for everything, right? Like, if you
that's when they were hitting you with too
many, and then it was an interesting idea, but I was also, spending $60 on Far Cry every single year at this point. Like, there's too many of these spinoffs that I just couldn't justify it.
When we have that podcast, or like you have the big documentary, that will be that will be a pinpoint of like, hey, there was just too much coming out right here. This is when we took everything that we had, all the goodwill, and we just kind of ran that over with. Is right.
Just give me Splinter Cell, Mike. You're a Splinter Cell guy.
Give me what you want. Yeah. I like Splinter Cell. I want Splinter Cell. Playing all the Hitman games right now, I mean, it's hard to believe that we live in a world where Hitman is so good right now.
So good.
That you couldn't make a great spy espionage game in Splinter Cell. Like, we're not looking around going, man, this game Hitman, people love it. Hey, that game Sniper Elite Resistance, they make a killing off of just continuing to put out nice, slow stealth games. Why can't we do this?
They have 3 Sticks games the last 5 years or whatever. We can't get a motherfucking Splinter Cell?
We should be making Splinter Cell,
I've always had the
Roger.
pitch for Splinter Cell really quick.
Give me the pitch, because I got a pitch for you.
Okay, I got my pitch. And this is how long this has been going on, where this pitch was actually relevant and could have happened back in the day. But my pitch was like, it was going to be, a CGI trailer, right? And it was going to be, Sam. It was going to be a guy with a mask with the goggles running around killing people, and it's like all this shit. Takes off the mask. It's Michael B. Jordan. In his ear, old Sam Fisher.
Oh, shit.
And then we do a Batman Beyond situation.
Batman Beyond.
Exactly. It's so perfect.
Just
have Michael Ironside do one more game. Old Sam Fisher. We pretend that he wasn't young in Blacklist when they just de-aged him for some reason, and we just changed the voice actor. We just have a new actor that is the new Sam Fisher, prototype, and we just have one more game for Michael Ironside. That's my pitch right there.
It's crazy because they have so many games that I love. I like Assassin's Creed. I love Assassin's Creed. I've been on the ride since the beginning with that. I love the Far Cry games. I love the Ubisoft open world formula that I can get lost in sometimes. I really love what they've done with Rainbow Six Siege, right? They have found a market. They've absolutely crushed the tactical first-person shooter game of Search and Destroy. They've gone above and beyond with that. We just got off of the hot heels of the big blowout preview of Siege X, which will be like the next couple years
I'll
in future
change that
of
to the next story.
But your boy Mike, I've always wanted one thing, Roger. I just want to go to Far Cry, but I want to make it Jurassic Park. And now people will say Primal, but I mean like I want to team up with Jurassic Park, and I want to make a Far Cry Jurassic Park game. I've said it many of times. That's what it has to be. You're a lone security guard. Jurassic Park's hit the fan, and you're going all around this open island. There's dinosaurs everywhere. Great time. That's all I want. That's all I want.
I love that.
Please make it happen before you lose it all.
The Turok, everyone's saying. Yeah, but Turok's back, though. Don't worry about it. Turok's back.
Turok is back.
Turok is back. Don't you forget about Turok, motherfucker. I'm going to skip over. We're going to do that story number 3, but that's going to be story number 4 now. So story number 3 now is Rainbow Six Siege is getting revamped with X update as it goes free to play. This from Tom Phillips at Eurogamer. Ubisoft has detailed the changes coming to its evergreen team shooter as part of its big Rainbow Six Siege X update, dubbed the game's most transformative change yet. Set to land on June 10th, the update will be headlined by Dual Front, a fresh 6v6 mode with area control gameplay set on a new map district. With the launch of Rainbow Six Siege X, the game will essentially go free to play, with access to Dual Front, unranked, and quick play modes, and the ability to, quote, earn up to 26 operators through progression, Ubisoft says. The game's ranked mode and Siege Cup, as well as access to more operators, will then be part of the game's premium editions. Other big changes coming to the game include a visual refresh for classic Siege maps, Clubhouse, Chalet, Border, Bank, and Cafe, with 3 further enhanced maps rolling out in each future season, as well as, quote, up to 4K textures. Those updated maps will also include destructible items, more fluid rappel navigation, and boast better audio cues. There's a new anti-cheat system, too. I'm sure there's going to be no issues with that. I'm sure that when we add new anti-cheats, there's never issues. There's never issues with that.
No issues.
Dubbed Rainbow Six, R6 Shield Guard, that is designed to add, quote, live security updates that will occur without the need for scheduled maintenance, making cheats difficult to create. Again, don't say those things because the people get very excited to then make cheats. If all of that sounds interesting, there's a closed beta for Dual Front live now until March 19th, which you can play on PC, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series X and S. Mike, how you feeling about this one? I know you were a Siege guy, or did you ever
I
play?
played Siege way back in the day. I've loved that Siege has stood the test of time. I'm so interested in really the past, maybe 3 years, but really the past probably 2 years to a year that it has really caught fire with a younger audience that wants to get involved. I think that, of course, really leads into the world of streaming that we're currently in. Your favorite content creators playing Siege and kind of putting that on the map and in full display. But I'm impressed that when we talk about Ubisoft and all of the bad decisions that they've made, and we kind of shake our head at, that this game has been the one to stand the test of time and really go a long distance in a tough live service market, first person shooter genre that has a lot of competition, but somehow this has been the one
because it's unique, right? It's unique.
It's search and destroy. You have Counter-Strike in there. You have Valorant, but this was one of those that really made its own on the console side of thing. It is different, right? Of like
destructible environments, small areas, right?
New agents and operators every time. They all have their own new unique abilities. It's been impressive to see that Ubisoft, out of all the bad things that they've done and all the misses, they have a massive win here, and somehow it's just kept going. And now we look at the future, right? This is one of those of, hey, the game's been out 6 years, 10 years, 8 years, right? You have these games that are kind of still going, and you have to look and go, how do we revamp? How do we get more of an audience to jump into this? What needs to happen here? And so you look at a game like this, adding a new mode, right? 6v6, and it's different. It's not search and destroy. It's take over the areas, push your team back and forth.
So is this the first time that they've done something like this?
They've had limited time modes before like that, right? But like this is now one of those
like a staple.
I think that this will be here for quite some time. I think they did say it's going to be like more of a staple mode, not a limited time mode, right? But this is one of those of like, does the audience really buy into that? Do they love this?
Yeah, because that's not necessarily what they're going for, right? Like when people go to Siege, I don't think people are necessarily going for that 6v6.
We also just had, what was the game? X Defiant, where Ubisoft tried to make a more team arena shooter, and we saw what happened there. Now you're like, you know what? Our beloved search and destroy game, well, why don't we put a little team arena in that?
But hey, up to 4K textures. Up to 4K textures.
You have to do that, Roger.
Up to 4K textures.
I mean, this game is old, right? So you have to kind of keep elevating that. You have to work on the audio design. You have to keep those players satisfied. You have to keep your Rainbow Six esports league going on, right? Like there's this blend here that keeps it in the zeitgeist, and they seem to somehow have kept that going. So it's an impressive feat to do.
Yeah. Story number 4 now. I mixed up everything, but yeah. Warhammer 40k Space Marine 3 has been announced. This is from Wesley-Yin Poole over at IGN. Warhammer 40k Space Marine 3 is officially in development. Publisher Focus Entertainment and developer Saber Interactive have joined forces once again following the huge success of last year's Space Marine 2, which has sold 5 million copies.
Wow.
Quote, we're pleased to announce that the development for Warhammer 40k Space Marine 3 has officially begun at Focus Entertainment, Saber Interactive, and Games Workshop, reads a statement. We'll share updates on the new title when the time is right. For now, our focus remains on delivering the best possible experience for Space Marine 2. There's more goes on here. Talk about, basically that there's not really much details about Space Marine 3, but it's exciting.
You got to give it some love. I mean, Space Marine, Saber Interactive, Focus, right? Like, these are all like, there's these AAA games that feel more like AA. So, like, It's a win. That's a massive win that this keeps going on. And you also have the 40K stuff right here. I think we have a guest coming on.
Hey, everyone.
Yes.
Hi.
Yeah,
what's going on, everyone?
Oh
What's going on?
gosh.
What's up, crew? How we doing? Good
Nice
to see you.
Hey,
Yeah,
homie.
what's up, Mike?
Hey, dude.
Yeah, I had a question for you, buddy.
Lay it on me.
You know,
I love questions with you.
You were in Chicago recently.
We were in
right?
Chicago.
I know. And
Chi-town.
I know, and it was crazy because you reached out to me about early February.
Yeah.
And you said to me, hey, I'm coming to town, love to hang out.
Yep.
And then I responded, and
you were so kind. You were like, man, you and Bless, you can stay at my house.
You can stay at my house.
We'll get
my
some
gosh.
drinks.
I said you could stay at my
Yeah,
house.
Very sweet of you.
Take the train down.
Yes.
Unread message for 21 days.
Wow.
Dude didn't even respond.
What-
Not
then
even in
what-
anything.
then what did I
20
do
days
to you,
later,
Adam?
he's like,
Yep.
hey, can you do dinner?
What?
I'm like, you didn't even acknowledge that you were going to stay at my house,
It's
meet
like
my family,
9
my
a.m.
children.
I'm like, Adam, let's do dinner tonight. He's like, Mike, I got shit
and then
going on.
this guy right here leaves me unread. So
Unbelievable. What am I
can't,
doing,
like-
Adam? Oh,
how
my
many
God.
people do
He
I bring
big
in
timed
my
you.
own home?
He big timed you.
In
He
your own-
did.
But you're here now. We
I'm
get
here
to
right
spend
now.
time together.
I'm in your house now.
Yeah, oh, man.
So now you're up
And
shit
guess
creek.
what? You got me. I got you.
There we go.
You're here with me. You're stuck with me now.
It's weird though. You didn't respond to these me coming to visit
Yeah,
here
it's
either.
crazy.
So I don't know, Mike.
They told me you come in. They didn't even invite me on a podcast. It's crazy stuff, you know? So, Adam, what are you here for? What are you doing? What are we doing?
I mean, prepping for GDC. It's a big
Prepping for
big
GDC?
week next week. And
You're on a new journey, too.
I am,
Of course, the
yes,
audience has
right
heard the
here.
big announcement, but you have something new going on.
I do.
What are you doing? How does that play into GDC?
Well, I mean, basically, I've done 29 years in video games, and I love my career, and I've done everything from developer to publisher to platform. And I started basically interviewing a bunch of people saying, like, what's the biggest problem in video games? And the first 30 people I asked had 30 different answers. I was
Whoa.
like, uh-oh, we're in
Okay.
trouble here. And then I started finding out there's all these big consultancies from New York and Boston that help the industry.
Yeah.
And a lot of the layoffs and a lot of the problems that we're seeing in the industry are sort of a byproduct of a lot of those factors. So I decided I'll start my own consultancy to basically work with studios, work with publishers, work with platforms, private equity, venture capital, all the people that are aren't talking to each other directly,
Yeah.
and help them all bring it together. So that's the new journey, right?
That-
Helping people make the industry more sort of stable. And that's the big vision.
And of course, everyone listening, the Gamescast today will have Adam on that. We're going to talk way more about that.
We sure
He's
will.
here for a week of GDC to talk with the incredible development teams all around the globe.
Yeah.
But before we go, because I don't want to ruin it for
No,
Greg,
no, I know,
'cause
I
I can interview you all day.
He's gonna
but
do
we
the
got to
whole
talk
thing.
about.
You could have done it in my
know,
house. It's
we
weird,
could have
Mike. It's
dinner.
really weird.
You know,
Coulda-
it was a whole
coulda
thing.
cooked for
It's a whole thing. You know, Blessing.
You know,
it
met
was
my
not
dog
Blessing.
Maisie.
Ble-
Don't
You
phone
coulda-
on Blessing.
you know?
Blessing probably had no
Yeah,
idea about
Blessing
these
didn't even
messages.
know.
It's a whole
There's
thing about
no
Blessing.
shot. Blessing
I
knew
know,
about
so
this.
I don't even know, man.
But here's the
Do you
deal.
often get invited to people's houses and then leave them
Never.
unread? Or,
Yes,
okay,
all
it's
the
weird.
time.
It's
All the
weird.
time. I will say that.
It's
He's
kind of strange. Kind of
Now,
weird.
Adam, let's talk about it though. Like before you go, the industry is in need.
Yeah.
The people are calling. The people are screaming.
Yeah.
Where's NBA Street? Can we
No
just get
shit.
real? Let's just bring back NBA Street. Save the game.
Dude, should we bring NBA Jam back first?
Come on, we could do that.
Dude, Termel, I bet, and Sal DeVita would love to do that.
I love
You
Let's
know?
talk real quick about the zipper over here. I love
Yeah.
this little zipper. That's
Oh,
awesome.
I'm glad you pointed that out. Yes, this in there, so that's part of the logo. But in there too are my AirPods.
Wow.
Yeah, you can actually put little so there are the AirPods
I
in there.
love that, just in case.
That's
Yeah, just
technology
in
right
case.
there.
Just in case, you know.
Get in
Thank
the
you so
bad
much,
Uber. I don't
Adam.
wanna touch an
Yeah.
Uber
Sorry
driver.
to interrupt.
Love
Big
you.
No,
This
this
is
fan of the
beautiful.
announcement.
This is beautiful.
Saber's been doing great
Shout
stuff.
out to Sabres, right?
Absolutely. No, they're doing great stuff. Space Marine 2 is super fun. I'll see you guys later.
Hell yeah.
Watch Gamescast
Next time, by the
today.
way, next time, I won't respond to you.
No,
Yeah.
That's how it works. The big time your ass. That's how it goes.
I'm gonna put him on the buzz. We'll talk all about it. We'll talk
No,
about big
the buzz
time.
does not exist, everybody. But Adam Boys is so big. He's so tall. If I wanted something smaller, where would I go?
Roger, I would take you to our last news story, the We News channel, where we cover all the small news you need to know about.
Really quick on Wii News.
Yeah.
This was supposed to be a whole story, but I was like, I don't know. I appreciate Blessing trying to do
Bro.
this for me, but like, it's a Wii News thing. DC and Sonic
Yeah.
Sonic the Hedgehog get new art and plot details. This is for their comic book series. Kevin, if you could throw up the art there. there. Some
It's
story
Sonic.
number 5.
It's the Flash.
Yeah.
What
Look at
other
this.
combos do you want to see? Knuckles in
Yeah, click on that.
Superman.
Well, here's the thing. This is different. They were
You know what
also
I mean?
going to do like a version where they are like superheroes. Like, so Sonic was going to be, I think, Batman. No, Knuckles was going to be Batman or something like that. Either way, it just pissed me off that Sonic wasn't Superman. Because Sonic should be Superman. Because he's the fucking main
He's
guy.
Batman. No, Batman's the captain.
No.
Yeah.
But like Sonic
No,
is Superman.
Superman's the assistant captain.
He's
got the A.
So wrong.
Well, yeah, no,
Batman's got the
he is
C.
right about that. Like,
Yeah.
Batman
No, he's
is
not.
like
Batman's
the
the captain.
mind behind it, but
Yeah.
also
No.
Superman is Superman. Like,
No, that's Knuckles.
oh yeah, that's what it is. Sonic was the Flash. That sucks.
Well, he is kind of the Flash, though.
Just because he goes fast, they all go fast.
Well,
Look at
I
that.
mean-
Okay. No, Shadow was Batman. That fucking sucks.
That
Knuckles
feels right.
was Superman. That doesn't make any sense.
Roger, it's basic colors.
It's
Tails
just
and
their
Cyborg,
colors.
that
It's
makes
just
sense.
their
Roger's
colors.
basic colors.
Except for
They just
Sonic.
go off of the
Except for
colors.
Sonic, they change.
Yeah, makes sense. It's basic colors right there, Mike. Yeah, the blue guy turns red. Basic colors, everybody.
You just go with the colors, Roger.
Could have made him Batman easy.
From Mario 64, God of War 20th anniversary merch and God of War Ragnarok Dark Odyssey collection in-game
Ooh.
update have been announced.
Ooh.
Merch includes God of War 20th anniversary retrospective, a fan gamer plush. That's the big snake,
That's the
right?
big old snake.
Yeah. Laced vinyl. Oh shit, you killed that. Fuck yeah, bro. Lace vinyl collection and insert coin 20th anniversary t-shirt collection. Look out for that, y'all. What a game. What a game, everybody.
What a
game.
special time.
What a
great
special
game.
time. What a special time. From VGC, Pokemon TCG Pocket is set to make sweeping changes to its most controversial feature.
Yeah.
The game's trading feature, which allows players to swap cards with each other, is set to do away with its controversial in-game currency in
Wow.
place of a new system making use of a separate currency players have already been collecting from the beginning of the game. Quote, instead, trading cards of 3 diamond, 4 diamond, and 1 star rarity will now require shine dust. The post reads, shine dust is a currency that players have been earning since the inception of the game and is currently used to obtain special flares on cards. Now,
So
I got a little
much.
confused there because I thought that they were saying, like, I thought they were going to retcon shine dust, like it didn't exist, but they were like, hey, secretly, by the way, in the back end, you've been earning shine dust.
You've
Don't
been
you
earning
worry.
it. You don't know.
Is this good? Is this bad? You just tell me really quick.
I don't know. I only give them money.
Is it gas or ass? Let me know.
Pokemon? TCG
Well,
Pocket?
This changed specifically.
Oh, I have no idea. I haven't traded
Just-
anyone.
You have to choose though. That's
Okay.
how the internet works.
You know
It's-
what?
It's yes or no. That's
It's
how.
gas.
That's what we get.
It's gas.
Fuck yeah, bro.
Gas.
Gas. And lastly, Witchfire Early Access, Witch Mountain update now available. Blessing, don't put this here.
Damn,
because
check
because
it out.
because Andy's not here.
There's a Greg in the chat that's a Twitch partner. It's Greg with 2 G's, but that's not our Greg. That's a different Greg out there.
Damn, I couldn't believe.
Twitch.tv/Greg.
I thought there was only one Greg in the world.
Shout out to Greg. Shout out.
There's 2 Gregs in this one office.
That's crazy. I thought there was only one Greg. That's crazy.
I've never seen Greg on Twitch.
Oh my god. Wow.
Gotta give him love. Let's jump into some super chats.
And
to
that
round
is
out
the
the
end
show.
of Wii News. Let me host the fucking show, Mike.
Let me give it to you.
Let me host the fucking show, okay? You're co-host, but the co is the main part.
You had guests come in, all of a sudden you fucking put your foot down on the pedal and you said, we got to get out of this show.
Yeah, because it's 10:59. I'm hosting the show.
They go to 10:30 every day.
Because we have a guest. I don't know what his plans are. Jesus
He's
Christ.
going on the buzz, that's why.
Give me some super chats, Mikey.
Let's go on to it. Samson L writes in and says, birthday tax, going to buy Pokemon cards. Hey, happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
May the heart of the cards be with you and you
love
get some
that.
good pulls. Icy Wiener writes in and says,
That's a Futurama thing, too.
wait until you play Half-Life 2 Episode 3, Mikey.
That's a
I
good
didn't know
joke.
there was episodes.
He's
it's a whole
making a
thing.
joke.
I'll
He's
learn
making a
about
joke
it.
that doesn't exist.
I think it is. There's episodes.
No, yeah, there's episodes.
Yeah, there's episodes.
Episode 3 doesn't exist.
No, there's
No, Half-Life
there's-
3 doesn't exist.
Yeah. Half-Life 2.
Let us move the fuck on, everybody.
1, 2, and
Dustin Cunningham writes in and says, birthday tax. It's on Monday, but since you're doing the mix stream, I figured I'd pay my tax. Monday is also due the due date for my first child. Dustin, congratulations. What a birthday.
On his-
kid, your birthday.
Oh, shit.
Here comes Blessing. Blessing!
He's mad about something.
Blessing, what are you mad about?
Did you throw me under the bus to Adam Boys?
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
Mike, how many times leading up to the trip, during the trip, that I asked you, oh, dude, should we hit up Adam Boys?
Oh, wait. So you had no idea that they were talking?
No.
No, he didn't know that.
I had no idea. Adam Boys just showed me the texts. He just showed me the receipts. Mike, you didn't reply to him for 20 days?
That was the whole thing, Bless, the whole thing.
Jesus Christ.
I was getting details. I was planning things
It
out.
just begs the question, why did you hit him up in the beginning?
Why did you even talk to him in the first place?
Because my boy was out there. I wanted to check in. You know what I mean?
But like not enough to actually respond.
It was a soft check. It was a soft check.
He got
Rod,
a check.
end the show. End the show.
He got a check, and then he was like, you know what? I don't like that answer. A little too personal for me. A little too personal for me.
Soft check. Soft check.
Any other super chats before we get the
Yo,
fuck
we
out
got
of here?
so many.
Let's go real
chats.
quick.
Oh my God. Let me cook.
This is
on
an
the
amazing
super chats.
episode, y'all.
Benny B. Good says, Mike, you're doing so great with the super chats. Thanks, Benny B. Good, for all the love. Glenn says, Ghost is a top 5 video game all-timer for me out there. Loving the Ghost content. We're almost done.
We're almost done.
Almost got there. Steak Sticks Animation writes in and says, Roger, I also couldn't play Half-Life 2 due to motion sickness. Never heard another person have that issue.
Yeah, it's
I
weird.
Feel seen.
Something's going on here. I think it's the field of view and the bobble of it all. Something's weird.
You don't know how
Maybe
many
kind of floaty?
episodes.
Huh?
Kinda
Yeah,
floaty?
something's weird. Something's weird about those games.
Okay. Gary the Third says, Roger, you're not alone. Splinter Cell, everyone's thinking about it. You're not
Everybody's
alone.
thinking about it. The remake's out there.
Cody Boone writes in and says, Bloober is getting their new IP chance with Chronos.
Yes. No.
That's
that
what they wrote. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what Chronos is.
Isn't that the... Maybe I'm mixing it up. Oh, yeah, yeah. Maybe that is it. I mix up that and the new Housemarque game.
Okay. Thomas writes in and says, when is KF getting the new release on esports merch? Hey, don't forget we have brand new merch out.
Yes,
Celebrating the Pokemon Nuzlocke. Hey, is it getting windy in your town? Maybe you're from Chi-Town like Adam Boys, the Windy City. You need a windbreaker. Go check out our new store right now.
That would have been nice if you brought him one. You know what I mean?
Zach Johnson writes in to finish this out and says, RIP Star Wars Hunters.
Yes, I saw that happening.
know what that
Breaking.
is.
It was the mobile game that was, I believe, made by Zynga. It was pretty good. They got closed down. So that just
Star
happened.
Wars Hunters. Is that the one that just came out
Yeah.
recently? That like moved from mobile to Switch or something like that?
And then Zynga developed, right? Can you triple check that one? I think I killed
And
that.
it's on Steam as well. Okay.
Yeah, it's
interesting.
everywhere. So that sucks.
Yeah.
But I'm sure that we'll talk about that more. I was going to say tomorrow, but it's not tomorrow because it is Friday, everybody. Because remember, this has been Kind of Funny Games Daily, where each and every weekday we run you through the nerdy news you need to know about live on YouTube, Twitch, and podcast services around the globe. If you love what we do, support us with the Kind of Funny membership on Patreon or YouTube to get all of our shows ad-free, watch us record them live, and get a daily exclusive show. Enjoy the Gamescast next, which is probably going to be all about Adam Boys just dunking on Snowbike Mike.
You better
Just
get ready.
while you're in the corner, just be like, be on the buzz, be on the buzz.
If you keep trash talking the Buzz, you're going to be guest number 1. Okay. Buzz episode 1, we fight.
That's been your dream. Enjoy the Gamescast next, and then after that we have Game Showdown, and then after that we have the Pokemon stream. But until next time, it's been our pleasure to serve you.
Love you.